Hey everyone, welcome to the Royce Reports. I am your host, Royce, and on today's video, we got to talk about the Xbox 360 coming to an end. Now, this is going to cover some things that I wish I would have known before July 29th, and hopefully this can help people out there so that way you can be better prepared, so that way you're not struggling on July 29th to try to purchase some last minute Xbox 360 games. So let's talk about it. If you like all things Xbox and you like talking about games a little bit too much, then be sure to hit that subscribe button. And today we got to talk about the bittersweet ending of the Xbox 360. Now, I don't know if you've seen this thing, but oh man, this thing is finally coming to an end. It's been almost close to 20 years and we are finally going to be saying goodbye to the Xbox 360 marketplace. So what does this mean for you, right? I am going to tell you some things that I wish I would have known before all of this coming to an end, but it's a very bittersweet ending. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing you got to know is that July 29th is the final day that you'll be able to make any final purchases on your Xbox 360 device. The Xbox 360 store will close July 2024, but you can keep playing your favorite games. On July 29th, 2024, Xbox will stop supporting the ability to purchase new games, DLC, and other entertainment content from the Xbox 360 store on the console and the Xbox 360 marketplace. Related to this change, the Microsoft Movies and TV app will no longer function on Xbox 360, which means TV movie content will no longer be viewable on your Xbox 360 after July 29, 2024. Between now and July 2024, you can continue purchasing games and DLC from the Xbox 360 store and at the Xbox 360 marketplace. This change will not affect your ability to play Xbox 360 games or DLC you have already purchased. Xbox 360 game content previously purchased will still be available to play not only the Xbox 360 console, but also Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S devices via backward compatibility. Can I still play my Xbox 360 games after July 2024? Yes, you will still be able to play the games you purchased on Xbox 360. If you purchase the game digitally or have a physical disc, you can still jump in and play. If you deleted a game that you have purchased but you want to play again, you'll still be able to re-download it. Can I still buy and play Xbox 360 backward compatible titles? There is no impact to purchasing or playing backward compatible Xbox 360 titles. After July 29, 2024, you will still be able to purchase hundreds of great backwards compatible Xbox 360 and original Xbox games and DLC on Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Xbox.com. Even though July 29th is around the corner, you still have some time to go and purchase some of this content. Just so you know, this is not just DLC and video games. This is everything in the store. That means videos, gamer pictures, avatar equipment, trials, demos, Rock Band stuff, and themes, and much more, right? This covers everything, so you will not be able to access anything at all after the store closes, except if it is already backwards compatible, and you can still access it through the other stores. That brings me to the second big deal is, well, what games should you be downloading? Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you should be downloading X, Y, and Z, because there's many videos on YouTube and a lot of threads on Reddit that are dedicated to that specifically, so that way you know what games you're going to be losing out access on that are exclusively digital, or some games that you should pick up because, well, they're probably more expensive physical. So I'm not really going to go too much into detail on that. I might give some recommendations, but as it stands, it is up to you to go and figure out what games you want in your collection. What I will do is show you this awesome list I found on Reddit. This is coming from user Marcus Maximus. He did a great job making this list on Google Spreadsheets. Yeah, I'll be leaving a link down in the description below for the Reddit page. I'll also link the spreadsheet itself, but if you click on the link, it will take you directly to the Google Drive document, and there you can go up here to the corner and you can click on what you are searching for. So if you're searching for avatar specific content, game video specific content, or just games in general, here you can just decide what you want to pick, hit games, and you can filter out all these games however you want. They have a very extensive way of doing this, so if you're looking for a specific game, you can go alphabetically, of course, but if you're just looking for games and not game add-ons, well, then you can go over here and you can change this. So you can just, I just want games. All right, there we go. Boom. Now you have only games, right? And it gives you games both physically and digitally. If you just care about the stuff that is on the Microsoft Store that you could potentially be losing out on, you might want to come over here and just make sure that it is digital only. Also cover both backwards compatible and non-backwards compatible. And again, you could also filter that out to just being not backwards compatible, so you know which ones you should probably focus on but before the store closes. This is a fantastic list. I highly recommend using this. This list is not an end all be all. Still utilize other YouTubers, still utilize other means of researching, so that way you know what games you want and what games are potentially going to be gone forever. But just realize that there are some games on this list that are also considered digital, no backwards compatible, and kind of locked to the platform. But it's like things like Life is Strange, Max, Curse of Brotherhood, and a couple of other random onesie twosie games that you can also still purchase on the Xbox One, because they either ported them and they never actually made it a backwards compatible via the Xbox 360. So there's a lot of other means to access some of these games. So again, utilize every tool you can and just have this be your friend, right? The other thing you should probably know is get your Xbox 360 ready now. Do not wait until July 29th to go up into grandma's attic, say hi grandma, give her a little kiss on the lips. I mean, if you're into that, whatever. Steal some of her candy, go up to her attic, pull out your Xbox 360, dust it off, connect it, and guess what? Big fat update. Guess what? Red ring of death. Guess what? You don't realize that Xbox 360s don't connect to modern modems, and so if you don't have another means of getting internet to it, you're just screwed, right? Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Don't be me. That's not what happened. It's oddly specific, but just know, get it ready now, right? I've already went and started going into downloading some of these games, and I have had hiccups after hiccups already. The store itself has gone down multiple times. There's been issues where games do not show up. For example, I was looking for Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate. It's exclusive to the digital only version, and it's not backwards compatible at all. There's no physical version. So want this game because I like the Arkham series, I like Batman. Tried searching for this game and I had the hardest time finding it. I could not find it. I went through the alphabetical search, couldn't find it there. I had to come back the next day, and then it was there. I've heard other people talking about this too. They've had experiences where they just can't find certain games. They just take them down for whatever reason, and then they come back later. So on July 29th, this might happen, and you don't want to be caught like that. You do not want to be someone who wanted this specific game and weren't able to get it because it just disappeared for whatever reason. On July 29th, they're probably going to stress the servers for the marketplace. So you're probably going to experience a lot longer wait times, and you're also going to be experiencing slowdown and lag just because of the amount of people that are trying to utilize this system last minute. And again, that could end up hindering you in the long run. Something I mentioned earlier was the Wi-Fi itself. So if you haven't connected your Xbox, something that helped me, just passing it on might help you. I'm not someone who's tech savvy when it comes down to Wi-Fi stuff. My router is too advanced for my Xbox 360 to pick up. So I either had to get an Ethernet cord and connect it straight to the Xbox 360, or I actually utilized my phone as a Wi-Fi hotspot, and that wasn't as advanced as my router was. So my Xbox 360 was able to pick it up just fine. And that's what I've been using to access the store and download all of my stuff. I talked about earlier, but kind of give you some examples here. But there's some games on the Xbox store that are both digital and physical, and for whatever means, the physical version of those games are currently going for $60 up to $130. For example, Fatal Inertia is one of the more expensive Xbox 360 games. It is actually going for, on eBay, complete in box, I've seen upwards of $80. The highest I've seen was $130. So if you go to the Xbox store, it's currently $20 on the Xbox 360 marketplace. Like, that is a far better deal in my opinion. It kind of saves you over $100 essentially. And this isn't the only thing. Dark is another example. Dark is a really shitty Xbox 360 game that no one likes at all, but for whatever reason, because of how rare it is, people ended up bumping up the price to it. So now you can find copies of Dark going for $60. Right now, for the sale that they're currently having on the 360 marketplace, you can get it for $2. So I'd recommend picking that up if you're interested in that. And another example, Spyro, Legend of Spyro is there's an Xbox 360 game for it. It is going for around $50 on eBay. You can pick it up for $10 on the Xbox Live Marketplace right now. And if you don't already own it and you don't really care if it's physical or digital, I'd recommend picking it up digital, so that way you don't have to experience these price gouges, because once the store closes, these games are going to skyrocket even further. You're going to see Fatal Inertia go for even more than $130 just because of the false inflation of it. Same with Dark and Spyro. These things are just going to go up in price. But just do your research so that way you know which games that are physical and digital are actually super expensive. And you can just kind of avoid that by buying digital. Obviously, you're gonna be downloading a lot of stuff. So does this mean that you need to have multiple hard drives? No, not at all. Like I stated before, you're still gonna be able to access all of your purchased content, all of your downloaded content, and there is a means to do this. If you hit the Xbox Guide button, go over to Settings, go down to Account Management, and go down to Download History, you're able to access everything that you've ever purchased or downloaded from this menu. Now, if you've downloaded a lot, it kind of can cause the menu to slow down and lag a little, and it can actually close out from how much stuff you have downloaded. So be sure to just take your time with it. It should all be there for you, so that way you don't have to worry too much about it. But you know, I don't know how long that service will continue to be there, so you might want to look into possibly getting a hard drive of some sort. Those are all of the tips that I have for you. These are things that I feel like are super important for you to know and utilize to your advantage. It kind of is the end of an era. It's kind of sad to see, but I'm gonna miss the Xbox 360. I think that this is probably the greatest console ever made. I think this is something that a lot of people connected over, and a lot of friends were made from this little box right here. So it's definitely sad to see, but you know, you still have time. There's still time for you to get whatever you need and enjoy it for the rest of time, hopefully. Yeah, just a quick rundown of everything. July 29th, final day. Can't buy any more games after that. 2, prepare your Xbox so that way you can get all the updates, you can download whatever you need, and if there's any hiccups with the store, you still have time to be able to pick up the games that you want to pick up. 3, utilize that list, utilize YouTubers, utilize Google, just try to search for what games you should be focusing on. Hopefully that list helps you like it's helped me. So yeah, definitely use all those tools. And 4, you don't need to have all the games downloaded right now. If you just purchase them without downloading them, it still goes to that list, so you can download them later, so you still have time to go and collect either a hard drive or get format another hard drive for the Xbox, so that way you can just keep them on a physical storage instead of having to worry about your Xbox being full all the time. And that's pretty much it, right? Again, it's your collection. It's how you decide to collect. If you do physical, if you do digital, if you do both, whatever it is, I'm not here to tell you what to do, but just make sure that you do this all before July 29th. That's the most important thing. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I appreciate you for clicking. What was your favorite Xbox 360 game and moment that you've had while you've been playing on the Xbox 360 the past 20 years? Are you finally getting into it a little bit too late? Let me know in the comment section below. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I'll be seeing you on the next one, and remember, take it easy.